So now it looks like the Grapplehook in Halo Infinite is getting a bit of hot water, bit of controversy saying that it had a negative impact on the game, specifically in campaign. And what do I think? Well, I find myself leaning towards the idea that yes, it did, and also no. So, the main problem with the Grapplehook is that the player gets unlimited access to the ability right from the start, and very shortly into the game you can even upgrade it to reduce the cooldown, so you can use it basically constantly. The mountainous and rugged surface of Zeta Halo makes for difficult traversal, particularly with vehicles. Sometimes it honestly feels like just going straight to the objective and grappling over everything in your way is faster than spawning in a Warthog and driving, let alone a Scorpion tank. But I think the real problem is that the campaign just doesn't seem to have been designed with vehicles in mind at all. At very best, you can use a vehicle to get from a fob to an objective, but you most likely won't be using the vehicle to tackle an objective. Even if you do take the time to, say, drag a Scorpion to an objective, odds are it'll be destroyed fairly quickly, either on the way there or once you get there. And when you do roll up with your tank, there's a pretty good chance that you won't be able to actually bring it into the base, or you have to exit it to enter a structure or interact with a button. It's one of the pitfalls that Halo Infinite fell into when making their open world design. In other Halo games, there are clear linear sections that were tailor-made for tanks or warthogs or air vehicles. Infinite does include one linear section tailor-made for vehicles, the mission The Road. And guess what? It's my favorite mission in Infinite. Vehicles in Infinite's campaign are just not really practical. If you like vehicles, you can absolutely still use them, but beyond goofing around or maybe trying to cheese the game with a Razorback full of Arcane Sentinel Marines, the game just kinda isn't built to be played with vehicles. And the actual surface of Zeta Halo looks spectacular, but you never get to really immerse yourself and feel the world. You don't feel like you're trekking across the ring, because you can just Spider-Man swing everywhere instantly. I know, listen, I know what you're saying right now. You can choose to take your time. If you want to walk slowly, breathe in the atmosphere, hop in a Warthog and drive around, you can. That's kind of the whole idea of it. But the fact remains that the Grapplehook is there, and everyone used it. Nobody picked up Infinite for the first time and actually immersed themselves in it and played it without using the Grapplehook. Everybody just spammed. Let me get one thing straight. I love the Grapplehook. I just think maybe you should have unlocked it later in the campaign, or maybe had limited uses of it and the player can find more Grapplehook charges by going off the beaten path and exploring. And it would kind of give some point to actually like looking around the ring if you could actually find equipment charges for your stuff, you know, something tangible for the player to find. So in the end, I would say no, I don't think the Grapplehook ruined Halo Infinite. I think that's being melodramatic, but I think it's part of a problem stemming from 343's open world design. The real Chads are now going to stick around while I bitch about something completely irrelevant. The Bulldog in Infection. This is like another side tangent I've seen like festering in the community. Everybody says the Bulldog shotgun sucks. I disagree, I really like it. But beyond that, countless people, I've seen comments, I've seen Discord messages, tweets, people saying the Bulldog would ruin Infection. 343 haven't made Infection because they can't get the Bulldog to work with it. The Bulldog just doesn't work in Infection because you need to blah, 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 blah. Classic pump shotgun, bungy bungy bungy. Everything 343 does sucks. No. Infection would work probably better with the Bulldog. If zombies in Infinite don't have shields, the Bulldog will most certainly still one-tap them. And honestly, I think the Bulldog could maybe even improve Infection because it gets rid of this coin flip effect that you get sometimes in every other game, where if a sword lunges at you and you shoot your shotgun, sometimes it really feels like you flip a coin whether or not you die or live. I feel like the Bulldog might actually make it feel more consistent and fair. But then again, I'm also the kind of guy that likes using assault rifles in Infection instead of pistols, because I think assault rifles promote teamwork. That's all I've got for today. Go away now!